Hello there, you're watching Bizworld. The Plantation and Commodities Ministry, as well as the Council of Palm Oil Producing Countries, CPOPC, plans to further strengthen collaboration between Malaysia and Indonesia. Its Minister, Datuk Seri Johari said this is to benefit the palm oil industry in both countries. On his X account, he said the collaboration between the CPOPC is among the strategies to elevate Malaysia's palm oil industry and establish it as the preferred global vegetable oil. Johari added that Malaysia is the second largest palm oil producer globally after Indonesia, and thus the palm oil production is vital to the economy. Last Monday, Egyptian Ambassador Ragai Taufik Said Nasser visited Johari to discuss making Egypt a gateway to expand Malaysia's palm oil exports to Africa through the Suez Canal Economic Zone. The governments of both countries are exploring a partnership in marketing palm products with the involvement of private players. Malaysia is expected to see a 53.9% increase in inbound travel this Chinese New Year period. Global travel service provider Trip.com Group also revealed that travellers will spend 154% more on their trip compared to last year. An increase in travel expenditure has been observed across other markets as well, with a particularly acute rise for trips to Japan, which have increased by 241%, suggesting that travellers in general are increasingly willing to spend more on their travels. The average expenditure for Malaysia outbound trips largely mirrors that for inbound trips, going up by 163%. Part of the reason for increased spending could be due to tourists making longer haul trips, with more Southeast Asian travellers travelling beyond Southeast Asia for the period. Malaysia's economy is expected to grow between 4 and 5% this year, boosted by domestic spending and foreign direct investment. According to Inter-Pacific Asset Management, the government's efforts to attract in FDI indicates that global investors have increased confidence in Malaysia, which bodes well for the domestic market. The government remains committed to its economic reform efforts to attract high-value investments through catalytic blueprints and initiatives under the Madana Economic Framework, the National Energy Transition Roadmap and the new Industrial Master Plan 2030. Among the sectors that will benefit from these strategies is the construction sector, where the government has allocated 72 billion ringgit for transportation, water and energy. Bursa Malaysia closed slightly lower today amid quiet trading ahead of the long Chinese New Year weekend. At 5 p.m, the FBM KLCI was down by 0.75 points to 1,515.36 points. However, gainers outpaced losers with 574 against 361, while 454 counters were unchanged. According to Bank Muamalat, China's Consumer Price Index CPI posted a negative print today, the fourth consecutive month of decline, suggesting the economy may have been experiencing deflationary trend. Malaysia's wholesale and retail trade recorded a sales value of 143.9 billion ringgit in December 2023. The Department of Statistics Malaysia, DOSM, said wholesale and retail trade sales value for the fourth quarter of 2023 amounted to a substantial 428.8 billion ringgit. This robust performance contributed to the overall yearly sales, which soared to a total of 1.7 trillion ringgit. The 4.8% increase was propelled by the retail trade subsector, which surged by 5% for 3 billion ringgit, reaching a total of 62.4 billion ringgit. Wholesale trade also expanded to 62.9 billion ringgit, followed by motor vehicles at 18.6 billion ringgit. Meanwhile, Malaysia's volume index of wholesale and retail trade grew 4.2% in the fourth quarter, driven by the motor vehicle subsector, wholesale and retail trade. And that's all the time we have for Bizworld. I'm Azaria Tagaya. Keep tuning in to TV3.